The silence of the deep holds stories time has almost forgotten. Beneath the warm waters of Egypt's Red Sea lies one of the most famous shipwrecks in the world, the SS Thistlegorm. She was born in the Scottish shipyards of Sunderland in 1940, a proud merchant steamer built for war. Thistlegorm, Blue Thistle in Gaelic, served the British Merchant Navy during the Second World War. Just 9 months after her launch, she set off on what would be her final voyage. Loaded to her decks with cargo bound for Allied forces in North Africa, trucks, motorcycles, aircraft parts, ammunition, even locomotives lashed to her deck. She represented the supply lifeline that kept armies moving across the desert. But that lifeline came at a cost. On the night of October 6th, 1941, the Thistlegorm was lying at anchor in the sheltered waters of the Red Sea, waiting for passage through the Suez Canal. Overhead, 2 German Heinkel bombers, searching for Allied shipping, spotted her silhouette. The pilots released their bombs, and they found their mark. One of them struck her ammunition hold, triggering a massive explosion that tore through the ship. The blast was so powerful, it ripped the vessel apart, sending a plume of fire and debris high into the night. The Thistlegorm sank quickly, taking 9 crew members with her. For decades, she rested, undisturbed on the seabed, a silent memorial to those lost and a time capsule of the war. It wasn't until the early 1950s that the legendary Jacques Cousteau rediscovered her, guided by the local fishermen who knew of an odd shadow beneath the sea. Since then, the wreck has become an underwater museum, a place where history and marine life intertwine. As you descend today, the shape of the Thistlegorm emerges from the blue, massive, steel, and ghostly. Her structure lies upright, resting quietly in about 30 meters of water. The outlines of the hull still bear battle scars from that fateful night. Inside, the wreck reveals layer upon layer of history. You might see rusted vehicles lined up as if waiting for orders, tires half buried in silt, and the faint outline of a boot or a bicycle's frame, all fixed in time by salt and steel. Every object tells part of the story, not just of war, but of life, the work, the waiting, the movement of a world at war. Light dances through broken metal beams, cutting through the water in shifting patterns. Schools of fish now occupy the ship's quarters. What was once the engine room may shelter a moray eel, and where cargo once waited to be unloaded, glassfish shimmer in clouds. Nature has reclaimed the machinery of war, turning it into a living reef, teeming with color. You may drift past winches and anchors draped in soft corals, cables coated with sponges, and outlines that only memory can fill. What remains of the Thistlegorm is more than a wreck. It's a story preserved in salt, metal, and motion. A monument not built by hands, but shaped by war, time, and the sea itself.